Trump is right. Eliminate the income tax on Social Security payments. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Former President Donald Trump has broached the idea of getting rid of taxes on Social Security benefits. Critics immediately dumped on the idea, calling it an election year gimmick that would, if actually enacted, severely damage a system already in deep financial trouble. On paper, it would cost the key Social Security and Medicare trust funds more than $1 trillion over the next 10 years. This, in turn, would mean raising other taxes to make up the shortfall. Moreover, eliminating the tax wouldn't do much for economic growth. The naysayers are off base. Since the 1980s, individuals earning over $25,000 a year, couples $32,000 a year, are taxed up to 50% of their Social Security benefits. A few years later, that 50% level was boosted to 85% for people making over $34,000. For married couples, the number was $44,000. By the way, that 85% number was a cockeyed concoction of the Social Security Administration that has no real-world validity. Those thresholds have never been changed. If adjusted for inflation, that $25,000 threshold would be over $80,000 today. People still in the workforce while on Social Security face today an income tax rate as high as 60 to 70% for each additional dollar they earn. Punishing seniors who wish to continue to work full-time or part-time is preposterous. By definition, the economy benefits from their participation. If you're able to do so, working can also be good for your health. Remember, seniors with paying jobs are still paying taxes into Social Security and Medicare. In addition, depending on their income level, they're also liable for federal and state income taxes. It's win-win all around. Nonetheless, naysayers persist in warning that dumping the tax on Social Security payments would bankrupt the principal trust fund here a year earlier, from 2033 to 2032, while shaving 6 years off the expected life of the Medicare Hospital Insurance Trust Fund, from 2036 to 2030. In the case of Social Security, that would mean an immediate 21% cut in benefits. For Medicare, a reduction of 11% in funds available for hospital care for the elderly. But these doomsday scenarios should be taken with a huge grain of salt. Let's get real. There's no way the Washington politicians would permit any cut in existing payments, period. They would use other funds to make up any shortfall. Moreover, these trust funds are actually a fiction. Those payroll tax dollars are spent immediately. The trusts are issued non-marketable Treasury bonds. When bonds are redeemed, the Treasury Department has to get the money, either through taxes or borrowing it by selling new bonds to the public. And this gets to two big points. First, achieving our historic economic growth rates through tax cuts, deregulation, and a sound dollar would put off those doomsday scenarios by a decade or more. Second, we should enact a new system for younger people, where those payroll taxes would go to individual 401k type of accounts. These participants would end up with benefits 3 times or more than the current system would pay out. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions, and look forward to being with you soon again.